So we have created Luka Magic in NBA 2K26 my career.
On the road, and Doncic knocks down a three-pointer.
Back threes from Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic is a 3-level scorer. Some consider post scoring another level. So technically, if you go by that, he's a 4-level scorer.
I got Luka trying to post me up and shit. Like, what?
An offensive juggernaut because it's just not putting the ball in the basket. It's also sharing the ball with this insane passing ability. And this build is going to have a big emphasis on his playmaking ability, handling the ball, swinging the ball around, finding open teammates with his awesome passing style that they have in NBA 2K26. What's up, you guys? Today we're back here with another one. This is going to be my first video on this channel in 3 to 4 years. Formerly a My Team player, but this is pretty much what I enjoy doing now, making NBA player builds in the My Career mode. And this past year I held an editing position and it really got me back into the rhythm of editing YouTube videos, uploading them. So I really did want to get back into doing my own content myself. And yeah, just have a lot of fun with it. I'm definitely not a comp player by any means. This is not a meta build. I'm always going to try to do NBA player builds justice to their real life play styles. We are going to use majority of Luka animations, not all of his dribble moves, just because we do have to be able to move around the court. But when it comes to his jumper, his dribble pull up, his free throw, his motion style, dribble style, all that, this build is going to have it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen this summer, Luka has lost a bunch of weight. He's coming out with the vengeance for this upcoming season. Currently playing in Eurobasket. He's already got himself one dunk in the off season, which I don't even know if he got a single dunk at all last year. Everyone's expecting him to have a massive year for the Lakers this upcoming season. So I figured it would be a lot of fun to come out with a Luka build to start off NBA 2K26. And so hopping into the builder to show you guys exactly what I put together for this Luka Doncic build. Obviously, we are going to be at the point guard position. For his height, we're going to go with 6'7". I think barefoot, he's a little bit over 6'6". So with shoes on, you have to assume he's 6'7". And I just wanted to be the biggest possible height that you can be at point guard. At his weight, we're going to go with 219. I didn't pay attention at all to his real life weight. This was more so about his body type. We don't just want this to play like Luka. We want it to look like Luka as well. So that firm body type that we get, we don't care about the muscular or the burly. It's all about that firm body type right there. I think it resembles him pretty nicely. And then scrolling down to his wingspan, we're not going to be rocking T-Rex arms out there. I cannot stand the T-Rex arms build. It just, I don't know, when they shoot and when they run around, it just doesn't look right. Luka has like a 7-foot wingspan in real life, somewhere around there. So we're going to go with 7 foot. That is going to give us an 83 3 ball for that bronze limitless range. You can definitely argue that Luka does deserve higher shooting badges, but like I said, I want it to look like Luka a lot. And we're still going to be able to agree on our threes out there because there's no RNG in the game. So we're going to start out with his finishing attributes. We went with an 84 on a shot close. If you guys don't know, shot close actually affects the green window of your floaters. And we're going to be using a lot of floaters. Luka's layup animation and his floater animation, it looks really good in this game. So we're going to have that 84 shot close helping us out with that green window. For the drive and layup, we're going to go with a 90 on that. That is going to unlock us gold physical finisher when we pair it up with our strength. And we're also going to have gold float game and silver layup mixmaster. And now moving over to the drive and dunk, this is going to be the only Luka animation that we don't get on this build. For now, we're going to go with the 55 drive and dunk. This is going to give us Klay Thompson dunk packages. Luka's dunk animation unlocks at a 70 drive and dunk. Pretty expensive stat. So just because Luka doesn't use dunking a lot in his game, I figured we could save some attributes right there. Scrolling down to the standing dunk, we did have an extra stat in here at 46. I figured this is just occasionally good to have. Once again, if Luka comes out dunking the ball a little bit more this year, at least we are able to get those animations occasionally. For the post control, we are going with an 87 on that stat. 87 post control is going to give us gold post up poet. We're also going to have gold post fade phenom. Luka is a very strong player when he's able to get in the post, hit those post fades, spin off defenders, finish through contact, whatever it is. Luka is a very good post player, so I wanted to make sure we had that on this build. Now moving over to the shooting, we're going to go with an 87 on his mid-range, but I am planning on using 2 cap breakers that will bump that up to an 89. 89 mid-range will then unlock us gold set shot specialist, which will help with our standing 3-pointers and obviously our standing mid-ranges. We're also going to have silver deadeye and silver shifty shooter. You can definitely argue that Luka deserves better shooting badges. If you want to reduce his wingspan and go with that, then you can. But once again, I want this to look like Luka. When it comes to the 3-point shot, we're sitting at an 83 overall on that. That is going to give us enough to unlock bronze limitless range. And all of these other shooting stats, keep in mind, there are max +1 and max +2 badges in the game. So we'll be able to boost up these shooting badges later on when I do unlock them. For the free throw rating, we are going with a 99. This isn't realistic to Luka. Luka's, I think, around like a 70-ish, maybe an 80-ish% free throw shooter in real life. But I just figure when you're a point guard, we're going to have the ball in our hands a lot. I want to be able to knock down my free throws. I always think that a point guard should be able to hit their free throws. So for that rating, we're going to go with a 99. Moving over to the playmaking, this is where this build is just the most fun in my opinion. We are going with an 89 on the passing accuracy. His passing style unlocks at the 88 overall rating, but I decided to go with an 89 because I did also go with the build specialization of playmaking on this build. With the build specialization, eventually we're going to be able to lock 2 playmaking cap breakers. I plan on putting those 2 playmaking cap breakers into his passing accuracy, which will then boost his passing accuracy up to a 91. At the 91 overall rating, we're gonna get silver bailout badge. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know Luka is just absurd with his passing. Sometimes he'll go up for the shot and then he'll just flip it behind him, not even looking at his teammate. No one sees it coming. He's great at passing out of his shot. I really wanted to make sure we had that on this build. It also will unlock his gold versatile visionary, break starter, and gold dimer. So some really good badges to have on gold. Scrolling down to the ball handle, Luka has the ball in his hands a lot. I wanted to get that gold handles for days badge. It's going to help us chain our dribble moves together a little bit more quickly, and also our stamina won't drain. Luka has the ball in his hands so much. Obviously, he can't expend as much on the defensive end, but when it comes to his offensive stamina, I think that's always been top tier. And then last but not least, we have the 80 speed with ball. At that threshold, we do unlock his dribble style that is going to give us silver lightning launch. Once again, because we chose the playmaking specialization, we can either use a max +1 or a max +2 on that lightning launch. And yeah, we'll be able to get some really quick first steps out there with this Luka build. Now moving over to his defense, Nico Harrison, what's up? The defense is not going to be very good. We are going to be a bit of a cone out there. We have 60 on the interior defense that will help us at least get bronze paint patroller. For the perimeter defense, we are going to have a 74 overall rating on that. For the steal rating, we're just going to sit at a 44. Steal is very expensive in the builder. And then for his block rating, we are going to go with a 74. Luka is 6'7". He is able to pick up the occasional block with his wingspan and size. Now moving on to the rebounding, Luka Doncic is a triple-double threat every time he steps on the court. Got to make sure that we represent that with this build out there in 2K26. So for the offensive rebounding, we went with an 80 overall threshold. At that threshold, we do unlock silver rebound chaser and silver box out beast. And then for the defensive rating, we went with a 65. Once again, future cap breakers, maybe I can add him into that defensive rebound to boost that up as well. For the physicals, I did go with an 85 speed. Luka did lose some weight in this offseason. I expect him to look a little bit quicker out there on the court for this upcoming season. So I did want to represent that with this build. Keeping up with those smaller point guards that we're going to be matched up against, it's really going to help. And then it also gives us the gold slippery off ball badge. For the agility, we're going with an 82 overall rating on that. For the strength, we're going with a 75. 75 strength is going to help us unlock gold physical finisher badge, which is going to be finishing through contact in the paint when it comes to layups. And then also we're going to have gold strong handle. And last but not least, we are settling with a 63 overall on the vertical. The 63 vertical rating does give us pogo stick on bronze. It also helps us get that bronze high flyer denier. And yeah, if we ever do decide to use cat breakers on the drive and dunk, we can also use a cat breaker on this vertical and potentially unlock that bronze posterizer badge that needs a 65 vertical at that rating. And yeah, when we complete this build, it ends up being called a mid-post playmaking crasher. I currently don't have any cat breakers put into this build. As you guys know, cat breakers can change the name of the build, so we'll see if it ends up staying at that or if the build name ends up changing. And yeah, jumping over to the animations that I'm currently using on this build, like I said, we're going to use a lot of Luka's animations. We're using his jump shot, his free throw, his go-to shot, his dribble pull-up, his spin jumper, his hop jumper. We currently don't have a dunk style because my build is, what am I, an 83 overall currently. So yeah, you guys are gonna see me grinding out this build as well. We are using Luka's normal layup. We're gonna use Shea's reverse layup for now. We're doing the Jimmy Butler Euro step. I think this actually resembles Luka Doncic's Euro step pretty nicely. Scrolling down just a little bit more, we are using Luka's post fade. We're using his post hop shot. And of course, we do have to use Luka's motion style. Now going over to his playmaking moves, like I said, some of Luka's dribble moves, they're just way too stiff, they're way too slow. I just can't be at that much of a disadvantage because his pull-up and his jumper is already pretty slow. So some of those we are going to change up, but passing style, Luka Doncic, so much fun to use. I promise you guys, if you do decide to make this build, man, the passing style whether or not it's the best in the game, to me, it's definitely the most fun. It really feels like we're Luka out there. Dribble style, we're also going with Luka. Signature size up, we're going with T-Mac. Currently, I think we have an 85 on the ball handle, so we haven't upgraded to that 90 threshold yet. So possibly some better dribble moves will be unlocked when we get there. But for now, Devin Booker on the breakdown combos. Escape move will be Jimmy. Combo moves Kobe Bryant. Crossover Luka. Behind the back James Harden. Spin move Luka. Hesitation Luka. Step back Vince Carter. Triple threat style will be, of course, Luka Doncic. And currently at our 83 overall rating, these are the badges that we have unlocked thus far. Going over to the badge perks, I don't have any of my max +1s or +2s unlocked. Slowly grinded out. I mean, I'm a casual player. What can I say? Also for the takeover, right now I am using the 3-and-D takeover. This boosts our 3-point shot, our mid-range, and also our perimeter defense. I figure all the help that we can get on our defense, the better. So let's just boost up our shooting stats with it. And currently with the season pass, we're at level 10, currently grinding out at level 11. Obviously at level 40, we will get a cat breaker, and the future cat breakers outside of the playmaking stats, I'll be putting on that mid-range shot so we can eventually get our gold set shot specialist. But yeah, I think that's it for the rundown of this build. Next video will probably be some gameplay in the random rec with our Luka Doncic. Pretty much all I play is random rec. Also go into the theater and play with randoms. I'm a very casual player that likes to make NBA player builds. So if you guys want to see more of that, definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like if you guys did enjoy it. It's good to be back making some NBA 2K content. Definitely stay tuned. Some random rec gameplay coming soon on this Luka Doncic build, Luka Magic, and NBA 2K26. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.